Good afternoon to all the attendees of this session. And this session is dedicated to you to make you more familiar with the choices that you have to make in the recent time. And the agenda for this webinar would be picking up your choices, the best choices, and the streams and the specializations that will be appearing in front of you within few time. And you will be getting your results, and you have to fill your preferences through the interface as you have all appeared in the LPU Nest exam. So what would be my agenda points? I'll be taking up, I'll be sharing the program list appearing in the preference filling interface for you. So I want to make you clear over here that today I'll be taking up, in this webinar, I'll be taking up the streams and the preferences or the programs related to computer science only. And on Monday, we'll be having a separate webinar for all other branches. You can join that. That link would also be shared with you. So the presenters of the day will be highlighting the program insights to you. Then a demonstration of the preference filling interface will be given to you. And then we'll take up quick queries from you all. So let's talk about the presenters of the day. We have with us Professor Sami Anand, Assistant Professor and Deputy Dean, School of Computer Science Engineering. He'll be talking about the insights of the programs which are now visible on your screen. He'll be talking about the basic program, that is BTech Computer Science Engineering. He'll be talking about 2+2 international credit transfer options that we have. He'll be talking about BTech CSE in data science, machine learning, and AI. We'll be talking about cloud-based DevOps automation, user experience and user interface, big data analytics, cloud computing, BTech honors in data science and data engineering, BTech honors in cybersecurity and blockchain. He'll be talking as well about BTech honors full stack software development. We'll be talking about the BTech IT. We have with us Ms. Rachna Bajaj from Division of Admissions. She'll be talking about the infrastructure of the university, and also the demonstration of the interface for preference filling will be given by her. And it's now time to move on to talk with Professor Sami Anand for his part of presentation. Let me give you the necessary rights, Professor Sami.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, over to you.
Hey, good afternoon, everyone. So we'll be talking about the specializations that we have to offer, why there is a need to focus on the specializations, how the normal CSE and the specialized CSE and the honors CSE stand out, what advantages you get when you choose one of those courses, and how to choose which course to go for. So this would be the agenda that we would be covering. I'll be giving you certain stats. I'll be giving you a lot of understanding of these facts which are there, and then we'll take it from there. I'm going to share my screen, and so my screen is visible, I hope.
Screen is visible. You can start with the presentation.
Thank you.
Yeah, visible. Perfect. You can run the presentation.
Okay. So
perfect.
I would say a very picturesque view of the university, which is there, that depicts the kind of infrastructure that we have. Obviously, Ms. Rachna will be talking more about that. Okay, So what we have done is we have divided the programs into these four categories, I would say. One would be the regular BTech program that moreover most of the universities already offer. Second, we have an honors program, which is collaborated with the industry. Then we have an industry collaborative program, though they seem to be similar, but there are advantages in honors which are not there with the industry collaborative programs. And then we have the international credit transfer programs, in which you have the option to study in India as well as abroad. We'll talk about that in detail. Now, starting with the honors programs, which obviously are the most, I would say, premium programs that are there, which offers the most advantages to the students. Now, there are three programs in honors that we are currently moving ahead with for the 2022 admission batch. Now, these programs have been, deliberated upon, have been decided after due diligence that these are the skills of the future, because you do not need to think about what's going to happen if you take this program. You need to understand what this program outcome would be after 4 years. Will this particular things stand out when you pass out with that degree? So keeping all those agendas in mind, we went ahead, we decided that we'll have the honors programs of some of the future technologies which would be more relevant by 2026. Though these are the technologies would be starting getting more relevance from 2024, but let's understand when these technologies come up, at the very start, there's a scarcity of good people, good resources who are trained in these technologies. And the idea of getting those resources available is again left at the academia. Looking into that aspect, we went ahead with these three. So the first one is data science and data engineering, which is there. Now, this data science and data engineering is the one which is being most pegged upon technology, that a lot and lot of data has started generating over the years with this internet wave that has been there over so many years. Now, with internet and all getting so much penetration in India, and every user creating so much amount of data in terms of very different usages, I would say, then this data needs to be capitalized on, and this data needs to be used for something meaningful. Now, let's talk about a very simple idea. So right now, most of the people are getting vaccinated, and within a few months, there would be people who have not even taken one single vaccine, and those people would be the ones whom we need to focus on. And how you would do that with the help of data analysis? Why they did do that? In which geographical region does these people are? What kind of I would say educational background do they come from? Because they did not take this vaccine because they did not have the idea. You can analyze so much, and for that the technology which is there is data science and data engineering. So this is one of the programs that we offer with transfer analytics. The second one is in cybersecurity and blockchain, which is another coming up technology. I'll talk about it in the next coming few slides. And then we have full stack software development. So there's a difference. You would have heard about the term full stack web development, but this course is full stack software development. So it's different from the normal full stack web development. Web development is web-based technology. Software covers both web and normal software development. So it covers both, and it is in tie-up with Geeks for Geeks. And I'm pretty sure these days students are too accustomed to these terminologies. Like I would say for Geeks, a lot of students would have already heard about who are looking to go for in CSE, that what platform Geeks for Geeks is and what kind of things it offers. Now the benefits. These are the benefits: just specialization and industry certifications, seed money, courses by industry experts, boot camps, and code fests. I'll give you a detail about all of this a bit. So you can obviously read through, but I'll give you the ideas in short. Seed money is a very important aspect, which is talk about seed money. I would be very honest. Even in the last year when we were talking about seed money, it would be a very difficult thing to push through. But now, a lot of people are watching Shark Tank, and with Shark Tank, these terminologies have become I would say, very simple things to explain because they now understand. So seed money is something which university offers to the students if they have something creative, if they want to go ahead, develop technology that they have learned, develop a project, invest in something which they think would be very useful. So what happens is first a basic amount of 20,000 plus a basic amount of 10,000 is given to the students, if you can see in this slide. And then if you develop your prototype, if you develop and make it successful and make it good, you make a presentation to the entrepreneurship team, to the startup team in the university. And based on the ideas and how you present it, you can take up a grant anything from 2 to 5 lakh rupees for developing your project further. And then might be you go to Shark Tank and present your idea and get further advantage. So seed money is a concept which helps students explore their ideas, develop their projects in a manner that they thought of but would not do it because of certain financial constraints. So you get that one idea in the honors program. There are continuous boot camps, data-thons, which are happening. Boot camps for, I would say, cybersecurity and other data-thons for data science students to learn and understand how to generate, how to nurture an idea. You will get mentors from the industry whom you will communicate once every month, talk about what your learning is, if you have certain thought clarity that you need, how to go ahead with all of this is done with the industry mentor. And then you get industry attached or industry internships. These are all the advantages which are clubbed in and given through the honors program to the students. And with this, the exposure that you get is far, far away from what a normal student in a normal program would be getting. Now, we'll understand why it is there in this program, why not in the other programs. Now, see, what would happen when you go into the honors program? You would be studying 12 to 16 courses, depending on which honors program you are there. You'll be studying 12 to 16 specialized courses of that particular domain. 40% of the courses would be through the industry experts who are there. You will be doing at least 3 to 4 live projects. And this is what difference would be there from a normal degree. Because you are doing specialized courses, because you are in touch with industry mentors, you will be able to develop these projects, which would be difficult with a normal. And yes, you would have to put a lot extra effort as compared to a normal student as well. Why? As simple as because it would be a bit demanding. These are the certifications which are a part of that, depending on which course you have gone into. You can automatically understand that some would be the part of data ones, which are a part of the data science program. The others are a part of either cybersecurity and so on. Now, in data science and data engineering, this one diagram, which is a diagram out here, describes it all in clarity that, okay, this is the understanding of data science. And in this diagram, you see, need to have a basic understanding of maths. You need to have the domain knowledge, which is CSC, obviously. You need to have the computer science IT knowledge with you. And then in between comes the data science part, which is there. So data science is somewhat, I would say, mashup of all the things that are there. And with this, you are able to do things. And we'll talk about what are the kind of job roles you can look at and what are the kind of industrial applications for data science. Just wait for that as well. When I come to cybersecurity and blockchain, with so much increase of usage of internet, the need to secure it has also increased. And that's where cybersecurity pitches. Cybersecurity alone would not be enough. And that's why we have added the technology, which is the most in demand, which is blockchain. So cybersecurity and blockchain put together gives a very broad spectrum to the students who go for. And the partner that we have for this program is none other than ComShare. Now, if I talk about the advantages with this program with ComShare, you get certifications you can attempt directly for ComShare. And you can go on and search in the evening today, what is ComShare? And it is one of the biggest cybersecurity firms in the world, and it's based out of US. And the kind of products it has, the kind of certifications it has, and just go on LinkedIn or go on any other job platform and just type in that I am a CompTIA certified user or CompTIA certified student. So what would be the kind of job openings available for me? And you would be astonished to see what kind and what salary packages are you getting. Then comes in full stack software development. it's all about problem solving and algorithms. If you see this image, which is somewhat being a matrix fine, you can understand how the concept has been taken up. But actually, this is how it looks like for the software, full stack software development. You need to be good with algorithms, and it's all about algorithms out there, all about understanding how to implement the algorithms. And it's a hidden message, I would say. So in the right side, which is the black image, you have platforms which are there on which you need to work with when you enter this program, which is CodeChef, AdCoder, CodeForces. There would be HackerRank, HackerRat, so many other platforms embedded into these. And for this side, it is all the things that are there that you have to learn and that you have to do as a software developer in this program. So if you see game theory, maximum, searching, DFS, these are terminologies which are there in this, which are very important. ICPC are the most important competitions with software development. So all of these technologies are embedded into the image to give you the idea that this is what it is. Okay, now let's move on to our industry collaborative program. Okay, I forgot one small difference. So full stack is about having a web program, a web development application, or a normal software development application, whereas a web development only focuses on web technology. So it's a, I would say, full, complete, holistic development which you understand when it comes to full stack software development, and not just one particular area of it. Now, let's move to our industry collaborative programs. Now, when you look at these industry collaborative programs, the first name would always be the one which you have heard about a lot. And yes, I'm very proud and happy to share this with all of you, that Google Cloud tie-up is in the complete Asia region only with LPU, I would say. I'm not sure if some other university in Asia would have done it, but for India, I'm 100% guaranteed sure that we are the only university which have a BTech degree in tie-up with Google. So we have this degree, which is BTech Computer Science Cloud Computing, in tie-up with Google Cloud, and you get trainers from Google Cloud, which come in, which talk to you, get mentors who are Google certified, and then you understand this cloud ecosystem, which is growing a lot, and get yourself worked on. And certification trainings are included into this particular program. With the same, if I talk about what is the next big thing coming in, so the next big thing is cloud-based DevOps automation, which is again a very, very niche field, and there's a huge demand in this. The difference between these two would be, if I have to be very naive and say that, is that this will focus on mostly cloud, that how cloud supports software development. So this program would primarily focus on that part, that how cloud would support software development. This program, which is there, the Zebia program, would focus on both, that how cloud works and how to have software development with cloud. So this is something which is advantage with this program. But again, this program is about development with cloud. This is about how cloud would support. It will give you all the knowledge about cloud. So you can go ahead with any cloud you want further, but your logics and working would be clear. Then comes in the program, which is with user experience and UI. It's a very, very niche field that is coming up. It is specifically for people who are creative. And being very honest, yes, there are a lot of creative BTech grads that are there, and it is for those people to take this up. So it involves less of, I would say, coding and development, but more and more of creativity and development of the interfaces of the applications that you see. So if you're playing PUBG, there would be a UI UX guy who would have designed that application, that how it would look, how it would work, how the characters would go around, how the things would look. So all of that comes into UI UX. Imagining a website, how great it looks, how brilliant it looks. It's the idea of a UI UX developer. And then big data analytics, which is a subset of data science. So data science is the bigger umbrella, and inside that umbrella, there's a domain which is big data analytics. So someone who is not too good at maths and does not want to, be there with a data science kind of role, but loves data, loves playing with data. This is the role which you can look at, which is big data and analytics. Last, data science with ML and AI is the course which we offer with Upgrad. Now, if I talk about this course and the data science course, which is there in our honors, there's a lot of difference that is there. Yes, machine learning would be there. Machine learning is here, and add-on AI is here. But out there, if you read the course name properly, it was data science and data engineering. So these are two different things which are there, and we are brought the two subsets together to give you the best of both. So data science and data engineering is the honors program, whereas the data science with machine learning is the program which is in industry collaboration. Now, advantages, yes, there would be real life industry projects that you can get yourself involved into. There would be a mentor that you would get, but later on, not in the very start. These mentors which would be there would come into the later stages of your program, whereas in honors, you get it from the very word go. In the second semester, in this, it might come in third or fourth, depending on which program you have taken. There are specialization certificates which you would be guided for, trained for, but will be not a part of the curriculum as in which is a part in honors. And yes, the idea is the same, making students industry ready. Now, in the credit transfer option, which is 2+2 program, in this program, we have an option in which a student studies 2 years in India and then goes for 2 years abroad. Now, when we talk about this 2 years in India and 2 years abroad, the idea is very clear. You will do first part of the 2 years in India. You would be paying as per the fees and structure of university for 2 years. Then whichever university you go for the next 2 years abroad, you would be paying the fees to that university and accordingly. Yes, you will get an international degree as well as the Indian certificate that is there. And most importantly, we have a lot of tie-ups there. So we have tie-ups in more than 200 plus that are there, and there are opportunities with international universities that you can go for. The most prominent places where the students opt, you can see in the image below. These are the countries in which mostly the students opt and go for the training programs, I would say. And we have a glimpse of few students who have already done that, and we'll be showing that to you as well. These are certain students who have gone to various other universities for credit transfer program. These are the universities that they have chosen in these countries that they have gone to. These are the other ones which have gone through the credit transfer part. And in the same way, in the years they are mentioned, the spring term, so it's a small term program that also you can opt for. And then comes your regular program of CSE IT. Now, the idea is very clear. Someone who is understanding the importance of specialization will definitely take the specialization. If I talk about these core concepts are going to remain the same irrespective of all these specializations which are there. So we have so many specializations. So if you look at these specialization, which is mentioned in the second point out here, these specializations which are there are the ones which are the ones which everyone wants to attain. But the basic concepts of all of these specialization are going to be the same, which is the core CSE program. Someone who says that I'm not very sure about which program I want to go for, you obviously go for the regular vanilla program that is there. But the advantage that you need to take in is with those specializations. And why do I say so? You would also be studying these particular subjects which are there in that program as well. Now, when you're moving into industry, there are a lot of students who would move with the same skill set of a regular BTech CSE program. Where do you stand out is what you need to prove. And for that, these are the industry specialized programs that are there. Yes, I can say what if sir, I took cybersecurity right now, and after 3 years I see I'm not that much interested in cybersecurity. It's completely okay. You are still ready with the basic things which are needed by a normal CSE student. But you also have a skill which makes you stand out. It's not necessary if you took the BTech cybersecurity program, you are only going to get placed in cybersecurity. The number of openings that a specialized program would be more as compared to a normal program. Yes, why? Because certain cybersecurity based profiles will only be given to those students, or data science profiles would only be given to those students. But the regular CSE and IT jobs which are coming in would also be offered to all the students who are taking any of the industry or the honors program. The number of opportunities are going to be more, but not less. So you have the basic options, the basic programs there with you to go and opt for. But If you talk about the normal one, you will still have that option for the normal job roles that are also, and as well as the specialized. So you get an advantage there as well. There are career pathways embedded within your programs, be it the specialized program. Obviously, the pathways would be either higher studies and corporate jobs, but in a normal program, you have further options as well, which are corporate, government, higher studies, research, entrepreneurship, and study abroad. Study abroad is not there in any of those industry-led programs. For this, there's a separate program. Yes, entrepreneurship, research, higher studies, corporate jobs are there with all the programs, and government jobs as well. And these are the same options you have with a regular program as well. Okay. Now let's look at these career opportunities of few of these fields that we have just talked about and understand. So if you look at data science, so data scientist, data architect, data administrator, data analyst, business analyst, analytics manager, business intelligence manager. If I talk about these three are the ones which are for the domain of big data and analytics. These are more of the roles which are directly aligned with the data science roles. So these are the opportunities, these are the roles which you can aim for. And let's be very clear on this point that these are not the fields which you will go directly in, but these are the fields which you would lead your career in. Where does they come for? Recommendation systems, speech recognition system. You say Alexa, you say, hey Google, you say Siri. That's the way they learn when you say in that speech recognition, how you speak a particular thing, how you speak that particular word, and they listen and understand to that word, and then they respond to that. It's a mixture of data science and machine learning. So that those things come in gaming, price comparison websites, route planning, fraud and risk. All of this comes under the industrial applications of data science. Then for software methodologies and testing, software tester, software testing engineer, QA, analysis, software developer, those basic ones are always there. For a mean stack web development, which is a part, as I told you about the full stack one, you get to be a mean stack trainer, developer, web designer, or you can be an entrepreneur. Industrial application, publishing, advertising, e-commerce, social networking sites, websites, all of those developments comes to you. Machine learning, software engineer, developer, business intelligence developer, data scientist again, computer linguistic, human-centered machine learning designer, all of these are the opportunities that are there. Fifth, the industrial applications like anything in every field. Finance with banks and the sectors come in, healthcare, which is right now on the very peak of it, travel industry, social media, language and texting, text generation, retail logistics, automation, robotics, pipeline, everything. Machine learning is there. Cybersecurity consultant, penetration tester, malware analyst, cyber threat management, cyber intelligence analyst, information security analyst, and you could be a freelance cybersecurity consultant as well. Industrial application everywhere. Let's talk about a few placement facts that were there over the years, and I'm just talking about these facts which are going to come next are for the current graduating batch, which will graduate in June 2022. So as per the current batch which is there, who's going to graduate in 2022, we have already had we'll be touching the 400 plus numbers. 38 LPA is the highest package, 3,500 offers already generated, 250 plus companies that have offered more than 5 LPA, and 110 plus companies which only or hire from IITs, IIMs, and NITs also visit LPA. So these are the facts which are there during the COVID, where the students were not coming to the campus. Just imagine when you would be in the campus, what wonders you can do. Some prominent recruiters, so you would know a few names like Amazon, Adobe, but some of the names which are development companies you are not ever heard about. Lowe's, it's a very big US brand. Optimizer, it's a very big brand again. You have not heard about, I think so, Informatica, NASDAQ. These are certain names, Odessa, which you will not hear in the daily basis because you're more inclined towards Amazon, Google, and so and so. But these are those people, those good companies which have a lot of development roles and at very good packages. And they do a lot of work with these companies only. If I talk about Amazon, Lowe's, Adobe, so these are all in together doing those. So some of the most prominent names which are there in the industry and are recruiters from LPU. Research and innovation is one of the things which we always encourage our students. So these are some of the projects which are there. So face prediction system, intelligent clap for blind people, which is again another a very good project, and something which is socially responsible at the same time. Intelligent parking system being used in LPU acts also. Motion object sensors, home automation and security system, wireless bag, the trolley bags which you have been using at the moment, you have been working and moving ahead with them. What if those trolleys can move and move to you according to your choice easily? Drone systems, all of this kind of innovations that students did in the past years at LPU. The academic alliances and tie-up that we have with obviously Google, you have already known the degrees of Google, Microsoft, Cisco, VMware, CompShare, Pega, Oracle University, Salesforce, Automation Anywhere, Dell, EMC. So these are the top brands which are there in their particular domains, and we have the academic tie-ups with them. Academic alliances for the MOOCs and the other organizations which are relevant to engineering, IEEE, IET, Computer Society of India, SWAYAM, NPTEL, Simplilearn, and ePods. These are the tie-ups that we have. Most of the part I've covered. We obviously, you would have certain doubts and certain questions, which we will take care and we'll talk about them in the query handling session. So I'd like to hand it over to Rishi sir back. So you can take it forward, and I'll just stick around and we'll have the questions in the query and we'll take it from there.
Thank you so much, Professor Sami. It was really very in-depth and very insightful presentation by you. And now we are going to have a little presentation by Ms. Rachna Bajaj, and I'll be giving her the necessary rights, and she can take up a little bit of infrastructure and the demonstration of the interface that you are going to see very soon to fill up your choices.
Thank you so much, sir. I'll just share my screen. I hope my screen is visible.
Perfect.
Great. Thank you so much. Okay, so good afternoon, everyone. I hope you all are doing fine. So let's take a quick glimpse. I'll just move on to the infrastructure of a university where you will be probably joining in the near future. So first, I'll be sharing a glimpse of our open theaters which are available in the university. We have around 6 to 7 open theaters for our students. Next up, we have Shanti Devi Mittal Auditorium with a capacity of 2200 plus audience in this. Besides this, I would also like to mention that Shanti Devi Mittal Auditorium is the largest indoor auditorium in this region specifically. Let's move on to the university mall. Besides academics, we also focus on the extracurriculars and some fun activities for the students. So a quick glimpse of our university mall from inside. A bowling area, one of my favorites. Let's give you a quick glimpse of our indoor stadium where we have a proper Olympic level swimming pool, shooting area, around 10 to 12 badminton courts for our students. Besides academics, besides the fun activities, let's move on to some academics and the labs which we are providing for our CSE, especially if I talk about in the field of engineering. And in Intel lab, besides this, we have a Google lab. This is a glimpse of our iMac lab where students get to learn on Apple software specifically. An inside view of our Google lab, Cisco lab, and the picture clicked by one of our students. And night view of our university. Indeed, a beautiful night view of our university. So let's move on to the demonstration of preference filling. I'll just give you a quick review that how you can fill your preference when you have qualified your LPU Nest exam. So once you click on the link, you will land on this page. So here, I suppose you can see the option of rank your preference. So just click on this option and a new window, a new page will open. I suppose the internet is slow. Yeah, here we are. So here you can see, check the subject studied in 12th or senior or your intermediate. So you just have to select the subjects which you have studied in your 11th, 12th or your intermediate. So let's say we take English, physics, mathematics and chemistry. So this box will open where you have to fill your preferences. So you can just click on the program which you prefer the most, like which is your first preference. So let's say my first preference is computer science and engineering. So I'll just click on this program and drag it on the top. And let's say my second preference is computer science and engineering, data science, machine learning and artificial intelligence. So similarly, you can just drag the programs and fill your preferences. So my first preference becomes computer science and engineering. My second preference becomes CSE in data science. My third preference becomes ECE, a 2+2 international program. So once you are done with few of your preferences, just scroll down and click on submit. So are you sure you want to submit your preferences? Yes, I am sure. So here we are. So we are done with the preference filling. So this is how you can fill your preference easily. And for some queries and questions, I'll share the screen back to Rishi sir. Rishi sir, you may please take over.
Thank you so much, Madam Rachna, for being so quick. Now we might have few of the queries by you all in the Q&A box. We can see those, and I'll request Mr. Rishabh to take up the queries with the experts. So, Madam Rachna and Professor Sami Anand, please take a few of the queries of our attendees. That would be really helpful.
Sure, sir.
Yes, thank you so much, sir, and good evening, everybody. Sir, I can see there are so many questions. One is from Nampali Tagore. Can you please make to know about college by student? Okay, this query is, sir, about the packages for CAC. Sammy, sir, if you can answer this question.
So the average package for the complete CSE batch is between roughly 6.5 LPA. But if you talk about the highest package and the students getting packages above 10 lakh, so we already have for the current graduating batch, which is 2020, we already have more than 200 students who are getting a package above 10 LPA. And I might have added a few numbers because considering we have 6 months left for the graduating batch. But if even if I don't add that number, it comes to somewhere around 180. So 180 is a number which is already having a package above 10 LPA, and these students are getting those packages because they have worked for that. A lot of students are in internship where they're getting stipends anything between 20,000 to 50,000, and when they convert their internship into PPOs, it will also get a good number above 10 LPA. So at that point of time, we will be easily touching 300, 400 plus students getting more than 10 LPA. And if I talk about those students who are on internship above 50,000, so there are also such students who are currently taking stipend. It's not a full-time role, but they're getting stipends in upwards of 50,000, anything between 50 to 80,000 as a stipend. Students from 2023 batch who are going to pass out next year already have stipends with them, which they would be joining in internships from the summer, would add up a great stipend of 1 lakh, and in top companies, Goldman Sachs, Adobe, and so on.
Thank you so much, sir. And I would like to request students to please keep on asking the questions in the chat box. And sir, there is another question from Apar Agarwal. He wants to know that how to choose between cyber security and full stack software development. He's interested in both the programs, but confused, stuck between the both. So if you can guide him.
I'll give you a very small answer to that. So software development is about how a software would work. You might not have the idea about the field, but you'll be developing a software about it, understanding that field. So you are someone who is an expert in developing computer programs which work in a manner that is it wants to be. Cybersecurity is a fixed domain in which you'll be only working with vulnerabilities, with threats assessment, that how a system can be hacked or cracked. So your idea and role is two different. One in which you have to go for understanding how to stop a threat or an attack on a system. For that, you just need understanding of a basic computer. One is where you have to develop softwares for firms. So for an example, the Amazon website. So Amazon website is there, but there's a lot of applications that run on the background. When you select something in cart, press the buy button, get to the payment page. So payment page is an application in itself. You make the payment. When you make the payment, there are applications at backend which sends the order to the dealer who's taking up the order. Then it goes to the delivery partner who's going to deliver it to you. All this integration and development of a software, solving a problem of such level is what is software development. Cybersecurity, someone who will be able to hack this process and disrupt this process is what cybersecurity expert would try to save that. How to safeguard those credit card informations traveling over the internet. All of this would come under the cybersecurity domain. It is very specific, and I'll be very honest with you, even if you take cybersecurity at parallel, you can study for software development as well. With software development, you can also study for cybersecurity. But the idea is that none of them would matter. One specialization you would have, you can always develop the other, and you can go into both the areas if needed.
Thank you so much, sir. I hope Apar Agarwal, you got your answer. And the next question is to Ms. Rachna. Ma'am, there is an applicant, Pavan Kumar. He wants to know what is the fee structure for CAC, regular CAC.
Okay, I'll just, Rishi sir, is it okay if I share my screen and take him directly to our website and let him know how he can connect with us and also give him just an idea of our fees and the
You have
scholarship?
the right with you. You can again share your screen.
That would be great. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, visible.
Okay, thank you. May I have the name of the student, Rishabh sir, once again?
Pavan wants to know that what is the fee structure of regular CAC program.
Yeah, I got it. So hi, Pavan. Pavan, what you can do is just visit our official website, which is lpu.in, and just click on this option, admissions. So here you can see all the drop downs. So just click on after 12th programs, regular programs, because you want to know about the structure of a regular program. So once you click on this, you will come here on this page. So just click on engineering, and here you will see all the options which are being offered at LPU. So first one, we have computer science and engineering. And here we have our general BTech CSC. So once you open this page, you can see all the details regarding the program details, the industry types, which we have Google, CompTIA, Intel, and many more, the eligibility criteria, right? And besides this, a curriculum highlights also, open minors, industry interface, or about the research, study abroad, and everything. And once you scroll down here, you can see the fee structure. If I talk about the fee structure, although the without scholarship fees goes 1,20,000, but yes, further we are also offering the scholarships on the basis of your last two categories, last two qualifications. That is on the basis of your 10th class, your 12th class, and it goes up to 40% as well, starting from 20, 30%. And 40%. So if your fees is 1,20,000, it can gradually reduce to 72,000. This is our toll number, which we have mentioned here on our website only. So you can just scroll down and go through this helpline number, and you can also connect with us with a virtual counseling option. So here we have the option of live video counseling on the website only. On the home page only, you can see these icons on the right side of my screen. So just click on this icon, live video counseling, and you can also have a face-to-face counseling with one of our experts. So I suppose, Rishi sir, this is fine, or do you want me to cover some more points regarding this?
That's good enough. Good enough.
Okay,
Thank you so
great.
much. The next question is coming from Mohammed Altamash for Professor Sami. He wants to know a few of the differences between computer science and information technology.
So information technology, Aldash, is I would say, under the umbrella of CSE only. The major difference between a CSE and an IT student is CSE is more towards software development, whereas IT is more towards service sector, which is the service industry, IT industry. So what happened, I would give you a background small, that India started being a very big IT hub and an IT service hub to be exact. And then there was a need of people who would understand the IT part of it. Even if they do not understand the software development completely, they are very good with the IT service handling. And that's where this IT degree came out as a subset to the CST degree. In this IT degree, you would not have a few subjects which are core development subjects in software, which is for CSE. You would have more towards operational and working subjects, which are towards handling and enhancing testing of a software. So that is the IT industry, which is there, which supports the software development industry. So for software development, CSE; for IT industry, IT.
Thank you so much, Professor Sami. It was really well explained, and nobody else could have explained better than this. And I can take up next question by Soumya N. She wants to know whether these specialized programs are available in lateral entry as well.
So Soumya, there are few of the programs which are available under lateral entry, not all of them. And in honors, there is no lateral entry. So in the industry collaborative one, yes, there are programs in which lateral entry is possible. And for that, again, as Ms. Rachna explained, you can go to that website. You have the contact number. You can call our admission team, and they will give you the details about which programs you can go for lateral entry and what are the caveats attached to that. And you can then go ahead and process your admission.
So Vardi Kaushal wants to know, sir, can I get to know that LPU Nest entrance exam is for scholarship of the university, or it is just to get a seat in the LPU? So Rachna, madam, can you take up this?
Sure. I suppose, may I know the name of the student once again?
Vardi.
Worthy. Okay, yes. Worthy, if I talk about LP Nest exam, it stands for National Entrance and Scholarship Test. So this test is not only for eligibility purposes, but it also acts as a scholarship exam for you. So as I was just sharing a few of our scholarships, that students can avail scholarships on the basis of the last two qualifications. They can also avail scholarships on the basis of this LP Nest exam. Besides this, you can also avail scholarship on the basis of national level test, like if I talk about JEE as well. So LP Nest is not only for eligibility, but it also acts as a scholarship test.
Thank you so much. For Professor Sami, which is better, honors or industrial collabs?
Obviously, I started with that honors part. That in honors, you get those special advantages which are not there in the industry. Once you get mentors, you have that option of seed money, developing your entrepreneurship venture which you want to go for, hackathons, datathons. All of those advantages are not part of the industry collaborative program. That's why it's termed as honors, and it would be the best bet if compared to both.
Thank you. And the next goes, when will be the LPU Nest result out? Many of them are asking for today. Today it was supposed to be out. Yes, wait for some time. It will be out and it will be available onto your interfaces very, very soon. All the best to all of you regarding this. Taking one or two more questions before we sign off. Tanush Gupta. Tanush Gupta wants to know, if we choose a normal specialization for CSE, can we change it to other specialization later on?
So no, that would not be possible. So once you have taken up a specialization, there are courses aligned in your degree according to that, and switching would not be possible because the other courses in other streams might be different. So if you've taken a specialization, you can go ahead with it. Let me clear this fear or stigma out of those people who are thinking that if I take a specialization, I would have to stick to it throughout their lives. So it's not that. I would like you to all go and search what is the degree which Sundar Pichai holds, what is the degree that Satya Nadella holds. These are the CEOs of the top IT industry companies in the moment, software development giants which are there. And you will find that their specializations, even in that time when they did it, were not anywhere near even CSC in most of the cases, I would say. Most of the CEOs you will find. So a specialization is something which you choose at the point of time of learning, that this is something which I want to learn and explore, and you are at the exploratory stage. The basic CSC is not going out of any of this degree. Even if you're taking a cybersecurity, data science, full stack, any of those, basic CSC is always attached to it. This is just a specialization add-on that you are getting. So whenever you do these courses, you are also a CSC engineer. So all those opportunities which are there for a normal CSC engineers are also going to be there for you. Plus the extra advantages would be those areas in which you have done the specialization would be only available to you. So you get an add-on to that. So there's nothing that you're going to lose. It's always you're going to gain something. And even if you want to change the specialization, there's a lot of scope on your own to do that because of the MOOCs industry going online so much. There's always a scope to do that, but the knowledge never goes to waste. That's for sure.
Okay. Sriyansh Kumar Jha wants to know any tips, Sami sir, for choosing the right thing for ourselves in so many branches of CSC.
So the tip would be what excites you the most and where do you think how it is done, I want to do it. So if you're more excited with the data, so just go to YouTube and search 1 minute data videos and you would see how much data is generated in 1 minute. And you're excited that if so much data is generated, how it is utilized. Data science is the feed for you. You understand that, okay, obviously not by the movies that you see of how cybersecurity hacking and all of those is done. That's completely not how it actually happens. In most of the movies, you would see cracking a code with a machine. It's not possible. There are logics to it. If that excites you, that how it actually happens, cybersecurity is the domain for you. If you are interested in coding, in developing software development is the area for you. If you are interested with machine learning, go ahead with machine learning. If someone who wants to understand cloud, there are cloud options for you. So it's simple idea. What excites you the most is the area you should go for. As simple as that.
Wonderful. And I can add on few things to this. If in a leisure time, what do you do? That matters. In the leisure time, if some people want to like they are interested in video game on their mobiles, you can go ahead with UI UX and gaming specialization. Yes, what you are happy doing something, right? This can little be helpful to you, right? So Divya Sri wants to know, ma'am, how I get maximum scholarship in CSC.
Okay, so if I talk about CAC, Divya, if you have qualified your 12th, again, I would share the same point that go to our website. Okay, we have various categories on the basis of which you can avail scholarships. It can be on the basis of your performance in LPU Nest. It is MCQs based test, right? It can be on the basis of JEE Main, or it can be on the basis of your result in 12th or 10th as well, like as I mentioned, your last two qualifications. And besides this, we have some financial aids as well. We are just trying to help our sister society by providing some additional scholarship benefits, like some persons with the certain disabilities, to the orphans as well. You can share this with someone who is in need of it as well. And besides this, financial aid for serving or retired defense personnel as well. So these are few of the categories on the basis of which you can avail scholarship. So at the last, in whichever category, you will be getting the maximum scholarship. So that one scholarship will be applicable to you throughout your degree. Okay. Besides this, I would again mention this point that do visit our website and connect with our counselors telephonically or through the live video counseling option, which I have shared earlier, which you can once again, I'll repeat, which you can get through our official website, which is lpu.in.
Okay, thank you so much. Harshita has a very interesting question for Sami sir. Um, is there any opportunities with CSC like photography or so on? How can I get into along with CSC?
Good question, Harshita. So I'd like to tell you there's a concept which is known as electives in the program structure of the university. When you go to the website, as Rachna just showed, when you go down and scroll down to the curriculum part of the course, you would see there are options mentioned as electives and open minors. And when I say electives, electives can be from any particular field in the industry, in the university you want to go for. You can take up a law, you can take up photography, you can take up fashion, you can take up hotel management, you can take up even cooking if student wants to. You can take up any particular field that you are interested in. You can take up stock market for that fact. Uh, that's completely up to you. So open electives are offered throughout the university by all the disciplines that are there, and any student in any discipline can take those electives easily. So I sitting in CSC can take the discipline photography. I can do that. Someone sitting in photography can take a course with CSC for like might be for photo editing or something. So that is again possible, not a problem.
So everything is possible in a flexi curriculum that we have over here in the university. So go ahead, go for your choices. And last thing I would like Ms. Rachna to cover up is for the upcoming webinars that we have, we might have similar webinars. We might be having so many topics for which we are going to talk about in near future. So I would request Ms. Rachna to open up the website and just show them the way out to register for upcoming webinars, and also if they want to see a few of the past webinars, they can visit our page.
Just give me a second, sir. I will.
You need to click to division of admissions, oh sorry, admissions part, and then you need to click this link. You see LPU's EduFair webinars. You click over here, you will see a web page wherein there are two types of webinars, the past webinars and the upcoming webinars. If you see, please scroll down a little. Yeah, you see these are the upcoming webinars wherein you can register from here for the next webinar in case you want to see other engineering branches. The webinar is going to be on 7th. Madam, please scroll up. Yeah, you can see the first webinar that's available on 7th by Dr. Laviraj Gupta. He's going to take up all the branches other than CSC for highlighting and giving the insight of that. You can register by clicking scanning the QR code over here. Madam, can you click on this QR code? Any of the webinars? Yeah. When you scan this, you will be getting a registration link. You can go ahead with this, and we do have past webinars also. So in the past webinars, we have all the YouTube recordings which are available. So Professor Semi Anand has already given few of the seminars in the past year as well. So those are also available. In case you are confused, you can get into this management, engineering. We do have all the things for in case your near ones are interested in architecture, you go through this webinar which is available over here. So that's also an option for you all. And that's all from our side, LPU team. And I would like to thank Professor Sami Anand, Ms. Rachna Bajaj, and my backend team, Rishabh Sharma, for helping me out and sparing the time for the convenience of you all. And I hope you all will be in a position to take a better decision regarding your admissions now. Thank you so much. Signing off. All the best to all of you.
Thank you, sir.